Well, at this point, it may seem that we're taking our sweet time getting to where we want to go. It really is important to go over all of the rich features that Blogger offers you and set up your blog as appropriately as possible before you even begin to post. Because that way you can really test how your blog is going to work and how you want to use it. So if it's seeming a little slow, hang in there. I promise you we'll get through this. One of the things we want to talk about is the site feed. So go ahead from the archiving menu and click the site feed option on the submenu there. This takes you to the site feed page. Let me tell you a little bit about site feeds. What site feeds are, they're XML, typically XML documents or other types of technology that actually provide a different form than HTML for people to paste a URL into a newsreader. There are many newsreaders available. I've put some on the resources.html file for you so that you can check them out. And basically you put that URL that is created by the site feed to the site that you want to read on a regular basis into your newsreader. And then what happens is that each time an entry is offered on your blog, the site feed will send that information to the people that have it in their newsreader, and they will get a notification that says, hey, Molly has just updated her blog. And they can then choose to go to the site and read it, or depending upon how you set up your site feed options, use the actual feed as a way of keeping up with you day to day. So we'll take a look at those specific options in just a minute. There is a big controversy going on right now about what is the most appropriate feed format. Blogger uses a format called Atom. Atom is on a fast track towards standardization, which in simple terms means that it is being developed in a way that is very specific and standardized so that each software product that comes out for blogging, not just Blogger, but obviously many of the others such as Movable Type, WordPress, and so forth, offer this particular form, and it is completely the same from system to system. It's not quite that way just yet. There are other formats out there. You might have heard of RSS. This is often called an RSS feed. That is a different type of syndication format. However, it works exactly the same way in terms of the newsreader, okay? You put in a URL to the blog you want to keep up with into your newsreader, and it will ping you every time a notification occurs. But right now, the technology is in such a state of flux. As we grow, we see some debate going on there about which is the best format to use. With Blogger, you do not have the option to use any other format. Atom is the one that they chose based on the fact that it was becoming standardized. So you are limited to using Atom when you're using Blogger unless you have the technical expertise, which even I do not have, to write your own form of feed. So this is one area where Blogger has some limitations. If you have a more robust publishing system such as Movable Type or WordPress, those systems offer you more options. So you can publish with Atom, you can publish with RSS, you can publish pure XML. But the bottom line is the ultimate end product is the same. And so really it shouldn't matter too much to you that you're using Atom versus another type of feed. This is not really your concern so much as it is the concern of software developers. However, I think it's important to be aware of because you might hear people talking about this, and it's good to understand what exactly is going on there. So just to recap, site feed is a means of notifying other people who voluntarily add the specific URL to your site into their newsreader, and then they are notified each time you make a new entry. It's a very good way to get publicity for your blog, to get more people reading your blog. I highly recommend that you publish a site feed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the publish site feed is set to yes. Okay, we're just going to leave it at its default. If for some reason you know that you definitely do not want to be sending out a site feed, then of course you can set it to no. And once again, Blogger is really flexible in allowing you to make changes. So if you find that the feed is becoming problematic for some reason, you can always turn it off. Or if you determine that you want to turn it off now and maybe turn it on later, you can do that as well.